Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to YouTube 101, the show where I help you run a more successful YouTube channel. It's brought to you courtesy of Elgato Gaming. They want to make sure that you get the most of your capture card after you buy it, and I'm here to help you use it, which is probably going to be on YouTube. What I wanted to talk to you about is promotion, and I mean self-promotion, marketing. How do you get your name out there? How do you grow? How do you get new people to see you? How do you get anybody to pay attention to your channel? That's a really rough thing starting off. Most of us know that it snowballs as you go on. It's easier if you start off with, a million or 10 million subscribers than it is with 10, but there are ways to grow consistently. The three methods of self-promotion that we're going to talk about today are networking, reasons to share your content, and viral videos. Now, number 2 and 3 sound similar, but they are not. Before we jump into those, I wanted to talk about some ways that you should not promote yourself. Number 1, and this is the most common one, and I know there'll be a dozen of those in this video, is there are these comments that are going around like, hey, so-and-so, you inspired me to make my own gaming channel. It's my dream to have 1,500 subs. Come please check me out. And then you have 5 fake accounts say that they're awesome. Unfortunately, there are people growing doing this method. They're getting subscribers, but they're kind of duping people in doing so, and they usually have a low retention rate on the channel, so the subscribers they get typically aren't lasting very long. I ban these people from my channel now after I report them for spamming, and you probably don't want to build your YouTube channel literally on a foundation of lies and spam. Not really a good way to start. Number 2 is by doing very follow-heavy giveaways. I've known a lot of people that have invested a lot of money into YouTube channels just purely for business. They gave away PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones, they gave away gaming PCs, tons and tons of games and codes and headsets, and just thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and ended up with very few subscribers proportionally, and even less subscribers that were interested in them. We talked about this in the video giveaway, but when you build a channel based on giving stuff away, you get people that are interested in you, but you don't get them interested in you, the person. They're only interested in the stuff that you can give away to them, which ultimately leads to very low views and audience retention and that sort of stuff. Number 3, this should be obvious. Botting, spamming, all this sort of stuff, usually not a good idea. It gets you banned about 90% of the time. In the long run, you'll get away with it for a couple of weeks, but in the long run, you'll get banned for botting, you'll get banned for spamming, and all sorts of other things. So let's not do that. Let's talk about the real ways to network now. Now that we've talked about what not to do, let's talk about the way you should do things. Number 1 is networking. This is by far and wide the most successful method of growth that you will see, and I'm sure it's what everybody else has told you. Unfortunately, it's a very discouraging process, but it's often discouraging because you start with unrealistic expectations. Networking starts with essentially a lot of cold calling, a lot of just send out friendly tweets to people and ask, a lot of private messages, a lot of direct messages, a lot of Facebook messages. A lot of these are going to go unanswered or rejected or declined, but it's simply a numbers game that gets back to spamming. But I mean it a numbers game in that you can't get easily discouraged. Not every single person is going to want to network with you. Some of them will. The ones that will, you make good content with each other, you have fun. You're going to need to reach out to people of similar size or of similar interest, and by that I mean not me, and I'm going to explain that in a little bit. That sounds really cruel, but I'm going to explain in just a second. People of similar size, subscribers, followers, Facebook likers, whatever, are going to be more prone to network with you than people of disproportionately larger channels. There are tons of people that want to network with me every single day. Every single time I open my inbox, there is no less than about 20 people that want to make videos with me, that want to network, that want to do something, and it's simply not possible for me to do that. It's not that I hate them or that I don't like them or that I'm a mean guy, but if I did all the networking, I could network 24/7 and still not satisfy everybody, and it's not always even in my best interest. However, people of comparable, we'll say, clout are very likely to work with each other, and it's all just kind of pyramids. It all goes all the way up, but also of similar interest. You can sometimes skip that if you send somebody a message about something that they're interested in. If you know a YouTuber, a vlogger, a streamer, if they're passionate about something, if they believe in something, if you support their message, and I don't mean if you lie and say you support it, but if you actually legitimately support it and want to help them do something, if you want to work with them on this, or they have a tendency, that has a tendency to break down all these numbers barriers, and they're much more interested with working with you and doing things with you, and it helps a ton. And sometimes it helps to reach out with somebody of the exact opposite, completely, totally different polar opinion. If they're friendly, likable, intelligent, they have a tendency tendency to want to reach out and seek alternatives, other answers, debates, that sort of thing. Those tend to go well, but the whole point of networking is that it's reciprocal. You have to be able to in some way reciprocate. It's like I show you to my audience and see if they like you, and you show me to your audience and see if they like me, and we kind of see if we get new followers or something like that. But it's all about reciprocation, and if you can't reciprocate, then it probably won't pan out. Next up is make your video in a way that people have a reason to share it. You need to have a unique opinion. You need to have new information, special information that you can't get somewhere else, or you need to have a strong emotional connection, just something really raw and tender, or something really, really cool. Just something that other people don't have, something above and beyond the ordinary, and something that they want to share. For example, my bread and butter on this channel was the in-depth series. A lot of the information in in-depth was at one time super special. You couldn't get anywhere else. I have a lot more competitors now. The information is more public, but it's still analyzed in a way and to a degree that there are very few competitors, so there's a really good reason for people to share it. I'm doing the competitive thing, my bad, I'm getting a little bit off track, but even if everybody else were kind of doing it, there's a reason for them to share with their friends. They want to show their friend that this performs better or that performs worse, or just kind of helping each other out. And I'm doing it a lot from an information standpoint because that's just who I am, but you can also do this from an emotional standpoint. If you make a really strong emotional connection with an audience, if you explain a common problem, if you really reach out and touch somebody's heart, they have a tendency to want to share this with their friends, and that really helps. And it leads into number 3, which sounds similar but is not, and that's making viral videos. Viral videos and having videos that are shareable are different things. A shareable video is a much more predictable video. It's a video that a lot of people that you can kind of track and analyze and see how they're sharing and why it's working. A viral video is a big swing and a miss. It's a grand slam or it's nothing. To make a viral video, you have to be willing to experiment, and you also kind of have to be willing to make ridiculous titles and gambles. Like, a lot of the most viral videos were things that weren't supposed to be popular. They were re-uploads, or they were carefully crafted in a way to hit an audience at a certain time to push them to the tipping point. You want to make something that's super shareable, like number 2, but like a billion times more. You want something that people can share on Facebook, on Reddit, on Twitter, something that's just raw, crazy information, or something really touching or important, or just something that'll really change their life, or it's hilarious. Hilarious is a big one, but a lot of these sometimes end up being bold videos, like coming out of the closet, risky videos showing something kind of raw about your life, or something kind of embarrassing, or just something a little bit more on the nutty side of things. And oftentimes with crazier titles, for whatever reason, viral and crazy titles, they just work great. But that is a way to grow, and it works. Some people are very, very good at making their videos go viral, and those are some good ways to grow your channel. Those are good ways to market yourself to other people. Those are the things that I do literally on a daily basis. Maybe a little bit less so on the viral. You can't try that every single day, but I try. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. In summary, you want to network yourself with other people. You want to make your video have reasons to be shared. And number 3, you want to try to make your content viral without spamming people or requiring giveaways or anything crazy like that. As always, don't forget to check out Elgato. They're linked down there in the description. Good company. They just want me to make guides for you all. That's all. It's pretty cool for me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Drifter out.